Is that working? It says I'm live. Hello, hello. It says I'm live. Hello, hello. It says I'm live. Hello, hello. It says I'm live. Okay. Trying to make sure. Okay. That is working. Rightio. I've got a adjustable mic stand, so it's a little bit different than I anticipated. The one that I had broke. So here I am. Gonna make sure that this is pointing at me and that I'm sitting in the frame and all the things. So first of all, hi, I'm Chris. I'm the person behind Aussie Chris 11, Aussie Alchemist 11. Yeah, so I promise I don't live near a very busy area. I genuinely don't know why so many cars started to move around at this time. But yeah, I've been meaning to begin coming lives more and more because I would like to be, I don't know, I guess I'd like to reach a bigger audience, and so I'm trying to make sure that I come through as often as I can. Excuse me. I just had the best barbecue, by the way. First day of spring, it feels like here in Victoria. I've literally just come from a barbecue. Dad made a barbecue. We had lamb. Delicious. I had rosemary that I've dried myself here. Gorgeous. I really enjoy barbecues more often than not. It's just an easy meal. You throw it on the grill, it's done. Yeah. G'day everyone. Just about to start. Doing a few tarot readings. Say hello in chat. I've got chat over there. Otherwise my camera's facing me. And yeah, I've got a couple things in front of me. Mum bought me a present. This thing, mind your ears and your volume. Love it. I think it's called a rain drum. I love it. Anyway, I get carried away making jingle jangles with this quite a bit, but I do like it. Also got my little crystals here. Big bowl of selenite. All my crystals are in here. Usually leave this in the sun or in the moon to recharge them, depending on what I'm doing with them. Either light works nicely. But yeah, let's start with just a simple incense. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, source of all things energetic and alive, conscious and aware, please be present here, now and always. Thank you. It's been a minute since I've done a live, and I'm looking at my cards now, and they're all stacked underneath the podium. So, yeah. I would like to say that I have taken some time off, and the time off can be explained. I needed to do some soul searching. I needed to get within myself. I needed to rediscover what I'm here to do, essentially. I needed to become comfortable with my own mission, and become comfortable in my own company. Took me a minute, I will admit that. I've only recently started socializing again, a little bit and pieces online, mostly, but yeah. Took me a little bit to get in the rhythm of doing my own thing and wanting to be here live with people. So yeah, I've got my Seed of Life Metatron, my little lantern. Love the birds. There's so many birds around here. Got some palo, which I wanted to light anyway, just as a regular ritual. I can probably do this right here. I call in the maiden, the mother, the crone, with your grounded protections, being present here now and always, with your ongoing awareness into this space and every space we go into. Alright, we have our flame. Now, anybody who's here for this, I just would like to thank you for being present. Thank you for coming along, and yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask for a blessing for anybody who's watching. I would like for the Holy Spirit to speak to us all, for Source to give us messages that we are interested in following all the way through. Hello, hello, Killer Zombie 359. I explore it. Infected Gamer. Yep, probably. Chimichangas. No, I'm not a wizard. I'm not Harry Potter. Alright. I do love it. Lately I've been trying to figure out why I've been so stuck, complacent, comfortable, and I think what I came to was that my urgency has always come from the people that I'm connected to. So I have always enjoyed being somebody that's connected to communities, connected to churches. Listen to that bird song. Actually, the very beginning of my journey into spirituality started as an altar boy. In a Catholic church. I did all my sacraments, and that was beautiful. It was a beautiful introduction to spirituality. I got to carry the candles, got to prepare with the priest, pray before. It's always magical to me. And then I went to Christianity after that, and yeah, there were some differences, but didn't bother me. The differences were that there was a rock band in front of everybody singing praise and worship, which I didn't know much about. And then left Christianity and moved into secular life, just go get a regular job, not practicing much spirituality at all, just sort of going out into the world and making wealth my objective. That was pretty good for a little while. I made a lot of meaningful relationships along the way, but yeah, just being in so many different worlds throughout my working life as well has afforded me a lot of different experiences. So yeah, the spirituality moved into paganism. No, not the witchcraft, not the spell casting, not this, not that. Just more observance of nature and reverence for nature. Desire to connect with people from a place of just self-sureness. No requirement to overexpress. Just like, I don't know, like this bird song that's happening. Like, I'm sure to us humans it sounds chaos, but to them they must all be just having a chat. Like, and I imagine that's what happens when we hear or perceive different languages as well. Like, and this is where my spirituality has taken me to. I've come to the realization that we're all sort of doing the same thing, just calling it by a different name. And I'm not trying to take away from any religion that does things differently, but yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing for our species to be able to have faith. So, a Slava, 1, 2, 3. What do you think happens after you die? I would imagine we get offered a choice whether or not we want to become an observer or become a doer again, experience reality, or thank you. Might just be the smoke from the incense. Probably. Just experience. Choose to experience again and do again, or choose to just observe. Observe would be my imagination behind what happens after we die. It's just energy. Like, I don't specifically know if I am the person watching my experience happen, if I am creating my experience as it happens, or oh, camping with Red. Thanks. I needed to clean it anyway. I thought it was dirty also. So for me lately, I have been trying to process and move along with what I think is my calling, what I know is my calling. I've taken many different walks in life, and I've just decided that even if people are willing to connect with you in a meaningful way, or willing to experience something different, it's completely up to you how you perceive what is happening and why it's happening, especially. Taking things personally from what is happening around us in reality is, I would say, limiting. And when you choose to express yourself in one way or another. The way that people perceive it is completely up to them, and my perception won't be your perception, and it won't be the perception of the person watching us have the interaction. Maybe none of it's real, and really ultimately none of it matters. Like, I'm just here in my space doing my thing, entertaining an idea. I enjoy interactions. Throughout high school, was in the debating team, so I just enjoy all sorts of things. I really don't honestly enjoy banter. I think I'm a little bit autistic in that way. I think it's just a socially acceptable way to bypass people's preferences or boundaries. Yeah. What did I want to do next? Right. I wanted to thank a couple of people. I wanted to thank Elizabeth from The More Intuitive Me. She's been someone who, after I lost connection with a few different people, not able to keep up with attending people's lives and things like that, I didn't reach out to very many people. I sort of just worked on rebuilding who I am and who I want to be and how I want to express within reality. And honestly, I've been a little bit reclusive. I think I took the note for the hermit a little too seriously, and yeah, I disappeared. I'm back. I reset my caravan in a different way that gives me a little bit more room, a little bit more flex. I'm not so stuck in one spot. And yeah, Elizabeth was one of the few people that I would watch her shorts every day just for a daily affirmation, some daily positivity. And yeah, for anyone who was riding along with me when I started this channel, at least from expression point of view, you'll note the differences, I think. But yeah, not ready to talk about all of that fully. I think another one that I followed along was... who was it? I'm totally drawing a blank. But all of the people that I subscribe to, basically those people have helped me keep things moving along. So if you check out my YouTube channel, there's a bunch of people that might help you when you're in different scenarios where you just need a little bit of support or somebody to talk to. But I think the person who has gotten me through or has helped me through my most difficult situations, even when I haven't been able to participate as a chatter or as a audience person, has been JDB from the Inner Child Healer. Bro, there are people that don't even know how much they have helped just by showing up every day and letting people sit amongst them, letting people sit in their discomfort and work stuff out. I don't know. I don't want to cry. Please don't make me cry. Don't mind me. Raya, I think it does. I think you're right. So I think I still have a long way to go in understanding detachment. I was a bit of a people pleaser for most of my life, and yeah, the journey back from that is long and worth it. If you have to go through the journey of life and at the very end of it you've found yourself, I think you've won. Because life's hard. It's not, especially if you take things personally. Sorry, I am everywhere right now. Do something with my hands. Happy birthday, Kasim Shafai. Hope I said that right. I'm not willing to look at cards yet. What is happening? How do I process? How do I alchemize the energy I'm feeling in either my lungs or my heart? Breathe. Well, it's called to heal. Breathe. Ground. Speak. Align. Focus. I've been figuring out what I want to do with a bunch of the rocks that I collected last time I was out camping. So I've actually been living at my parents' house since January. The 24th, I left the camping situation, and I've been here since. Had heaps of work to do. I had a lot of stuff to process, and yeah, took time. I wasn't fully ready to let go of everything, but hey, you know what they say about time. I'm all over the shop. Don't mind me. I'm sure this will make sense at the end. I am in the process of locking in a car. Haven't had a car, haven't had my motorcycle for 5 years, almost. When I traveled to Queensland, I sold up for my partner, to go on the road, and yeah, never needed a vehicle myself. Throughout the relationship, like COVID knocked me out. It was a interesting time for me energetically. I didn't cope well with the lock-ins, being here in Melbourne especially. It was interesting seeing what was happening in the restrictions, the 5 kilometer range that you could travel. Yeah, it was an interesting time in life. But yeah, Elizabeth, JDB, you guys are the bomb. Dylan, from my soul, you are a freaking legend. AB, I only know most of your shorts, but for affirmations, if you're ever needing a pump up and you're looking for a spiritual like warrior, he's awesome. I'm sure there are a bunch of people more that I could say thank you to as well that I've watched and left behind situationally. But yeah, I've just got a lot of gratitude. I've come through a pretty dark and meaningful experience for me in my life. I've come through the other end and I feel different. I feel better. I feel lighter. I feel full stop. I'm not on all of the medications I was on 12 months ago. I find it a lot easier to relax, to breathe, to be present. Check the birds out. All right. Jones, Owen, Beta, fair. Max Busy 68. Hello. Yeah. So I feel like I went to the edge of my own personal madness, and I didn't feel that my space here was the right space to break it all down. So I did some work with some psychologists. I got involved with some alcohol and other drug counselors. I joined a behavior change program and yeah, just got into the habit of waking up. Like to begin with, a lot of what I've been doing in this caravan has been waking up and trying to get to the shower. So it doesn't really make for great YouTube, and yeah, I thought I'd save it from there and give a quick summary on it on one video, one live. Yeah, so what I do here, what I intend to do here is read tarot cards. So I'm an energy reader. I don't know about terminology with the clairs. My entry into energy working began with my grandmother. She taught me how to do Reiki. And we were doing Reiki for a cancer council here in Sunbury, actually, with a lady called Sandra. I have no idea how it all came about that I became Reiki certified, but I basically a 12-year-old with Reiki, and then I started high school and it sort of fell away. Naturally fell away. I very quickly became a picked on weirdo at school, so I'm sort of familiar with the bully tactics and sort of, I don't know, just grew up. And I've gone through enough that it's like, oh, okay. Also, I've just worked in enough different environments where it's like, oh, okay. It really does, like, everything that you say and do, just, it really reflects you. But like I've just done a lot of stuff. And for here, the YouTube channel, I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted. It's funny. Um I've been working on a 21 card tarot spread. So I've kind of figured it's called the Cosmic Clock. There's an internal 9, which actually today I wrote some notes about. Oh no, where did I put them? In the book. It's all underneath the camera. Fun. 21 cards. The center card is the core. It's the main idea, the main theme of the reading. It's sort of the identifier of whether or not the reading might be for you or not. I plan to do that every 4 days just because it's a bit of a chunkier reading. That is the reading style that I'd be doing for you for a personal reading, which if you're wanting to contact me about that, you can email me, description box. But yeah, it's been something that I've been workshopping for a little while. I just didn't understand how it would look, and I never really organized my table in a way where I could set it all out. But it's quite big. If you are interested in collective energy readings and you understand how to use your discernment, then you can go to my, I think it's Collective Nuggets playlist. It's again on my channel, and yeah. Caravan privacy. But I also am aiming on working out a bunch of programs and workshops and gatherings, really. So so because I've come through so many different religions and experiences and spiritual practices and different things like this, I've just got a lot of different ideas about how to do things, and I am also looking for people to come alongside and work with. Like, I don't fully understand the vision that I'm having for what the future looks like, but I do know that I hope that it's as inclusive as possible. I think diversity is a really important mix for good culture. Not everyone always has to agree, and personal expression should take a sort of elevated position without people needing to take things personally. And yeah, just understanding that people will ultimately always try to do what's best for themselves. And if they're not, you can alert them and help them. All right. So I'm going to put this over here. And go put this up here again. And I'm going to have to take you down from there. Da, da, da. You are now shorter. Grab that. Grab that. Put that there. Alright. Sorry, everybody. I probably should have given you warning that I was going to move you around so violently. Ooh, interesting. I just got a notification. That was from Salvatore. Alright, chosen 144. I really shook you guys about. Sorry, guys. I don't know who's still here or who I'm chatting to, but yeah. If you have any questions for tarot cards, you want to pop it into chat, I can try and help you get some answers. Otherwise, I might just do a collective read or something. This live was sort of just to answer a bunch of questions that I've wanted answers to. So yeah, it helps. What am I doing? Oh no, I keep moving this because actually that doesn't really even matter. I can put this here. Sorry. I might be making a bunch of jingle jangle noises in your ears with these stones. Just putting them at the base of the camera. Alright. Pick a deck. Stars. Or the sun and the moon. And all the stars. Let's see. Thank you first. That's right. I was going to explain this. This is the internal clock. The internal for the clock. It's 9 cards, so the innermost card is indicative of the core or the root of the reading. Typically, before I used to allow any pathway out, but I found that that was too messy, and so these different directions started appearing when I just wrote the numbers down as a simple example, 1, 2, 3 in different boxes. And it sort of allowed north, south, east, and west on that internal clock to have more significance. So I've tried this spread a couple of different ways. I've tried it pulling cards and trying to sit with the energy, seeing if anything needs to be moved around. But that felt like, I call it black tarot, like you're trying to shift the energies. I do get it though, like you've got to let it all unfold, but I feel more that I can express that when I was doing it just naturally from just random, not looking at it and trying to reorganize it in any way, that felt more organic. It felt more rooted in what the energy was trying to express by itself. It wasn't necessarily what I was trying to express and me trying to workshop a message. And yeah, now that I've got this little map, like I didn't have this map, like this is just it. I asked a couple of people about what they thought about this reading, and they got back to me, and yeah, it seems like I would love people to give, maybe if anyone sees this that's a tarot reader, actually, give this a video response, actually. Use the 21 tarot if you understand how to do it, and tell me what you think. Like, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of cards, I will admit. Like, it's a lot to process, but that's essentially what I've been doing for my collective tarot readings. Spirit wanting to say strength and the 5 of Pentacles. This is almost opposing energies. I'll show you the cards actually. Strength and the 5 of Pentacles. Very much opposing energies. So the root of that, though, would be strength. So if I were to be reading these cards as they fall out, strength becomes the root. Then you decide where 1, 2, 3, 4 is. So 1, 2, so beginning this reading, as you can see, the cards so far, I think we're just coming out of Leo season. I think JDB's last message actually was expression of Virgo season, was it? Yeah, Virgo messages. Man, I was chatty. I was a chatterbox in that chat room. I will not lie. It was really energetic. I actually was planning on going live at that time. That's probably why I was so full of energy, full of beans. Ooh. You got 2 cards falling on the floor. So then, I guess the one that's facing down can stay facing down, and then it's the Chariot. So this would form here. This is the root. This is the core. Then this would be the willpower or emotion. So with strength being the root and willpower and emotion, it's interesting that the Chariot comes out, because the Chariot is all about willpower. And whether you go this way or that way, it's completely up to your willpower. You've got to operate in that. So the emotions behind that might be self-assurance, or self-fulfillment, self-reliance, self-sufficiency. Yeah. And then here it would be creativity and intellect. So perhaps you're experiencing a moment where you're having to dig deep, and you're having to perhaps use stores of creativity which you haven't needed to rely on in a while, or you're opening up your old university or college textbooks and you're remembering something. The 7 of Wands, this is the wisdom and career position. This is the energy of somebody who has quite a lot of options. So if this was for collective energy, it would be that the collective's being offered a lot of energy, options, opportunities, connections that are coming about from you trusting and moving in a way that affords you balance on your own, stability. And then in the love and possessions spot, we have the 10 of Wands. So this in the spot for love, I guess this is a lot of fun. You've got a lot of fulfillment in how you assert yourself in your relationships, whether it be personal or interpersonal, whatever it is. You're getting what you're looking for. And it's very satisfying. It's very Very, I don't know, would you say completing? It's very satisfying. Right. And then the next, so that would be, those cards would be the second cards. So if this was a pathway, this would be 1, this would be 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, with each of them having their own definitions and meanings. Now I need 3 more cards. Is this for now, or is it going back in here? North. 8 of Pentacles. South. East. West. Ooh. Cute. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 4 of Cups. All right. Just got a selenite bar. So here, you need to give yourself some time to process the pathways. As we said before, 1, 2, these become 3, leading you to the external clock of 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So here, if you have had to, really look deep inside of yourself and do shadow work, do some work that it doesn't give me the energy of wanting to do it. This card here, like, finding strength within yourself is a difficult task, otherwise everybody would be doing it. But I think everybody should at least try it and figure out what it means for them. Because here on the eastern side, we get the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands, it's really... I should have just read the 7 of Wands first, because I've got the 7 of Wands down here and the 10 of Wands. So altogether, there's 11, 18 Wands, which is a 9. Yeah. This is a 9. Self-confidence, self-trust, self-reliance. Yeah. And when you're giving yourself your throne, when you're giving yourself your flowers, when you're really just going for it in your own way. Sorry, this is giving me a lot of like... what is that? Like, joy. But youthful joy. Like, it's uninhibited joy that you've had to cultivate for yourself through that 5 of Pentacles. If you've come to this place from the 7 of Wands, this is a little bit more serious. This is almost like you needed to justify, or you needed to, like, it's almost like bad bitch energy. Like those 6 other ones, like it's like pow, 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 and spiritual shots fired. And then you claimed your throne. Like, very Daenerys Targaryen, actually. Whereas this, see the contrast that I'm seeing? Like, it's very much like, nah, this is my playground. I'm king of this mountain. And then this is sort of like, damn, this is a journey. East, west, again, through strength. And then we either go through the Chariot here or the 10 of Wands, and we come to the Magician. So with strength as the basis of these two cards and presenting is this, because then we're going to look at how these two cards present into this. This card here is spirituality. It's the position here is water. It's 9, and it's the third spot on the spread. The third path, the third step on the spread. Here, this side feels very different to this side. So I don't know why. I haven't watched this movie in ages, but Elsa, the cold never bothered me anyway. And then building yourself a castle. It's also Edward Scissorhands is coming into my head when the sheriff shoots a shot in the air and Edward runs up and just a spare arm. Oh, spoiler alert! A spare arm gets found, and they call off the witch hunt. This is like Wicked Witch of the West, like, because pitting out at the bottom of your, like pitting out here. So when your love becomes a burden, when your possessions become burdensome, when that comes through, it's like you start sacrificing, and it's like nothing can stand in your way for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to find within your reality. And then here with the Chariot, it's like, I don't know, it's like Narnia. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This side's about, I think this side's about holding your own space, making your own space, having your own space. Yeah. It's like very Doctor Strange as well, like, and then like you go through and, whereas this is more grounded, this is more like Aries energy, really. Like it's a indicator for the card. Very conflicting energies. Like it's, and it makes sense. This is a crossroad, really. It's a 9 card crossroad, and each step takes you in a different direction. Because then we can go to north and south, and all right. So for north, this ability to focus on your willpower, this ability to sorry, I need to get a more comfortable chair. The chair I'm sitting on is not so comfy, not so comfy at all. That needs to go there. And that needs to go there. Cute. Did I just move it? Yes, I did. There we go. Ooh. All right. So, going through your strength, finding your internal strength, coming to a place where you're needing to choose yourself. It's the Two of Swords kind of vibe. On one hand, you can follow your dreams, or you can use your vision to get into a new place. Willpower. Whereas if you go from internal strength, and then it's required of you to exert even more, it will feel like harder work than easier work. Like it's gonna feel like it drains your creativity, it drains your thought processing ability. But either way, it leads to passion or fire, 12 or north. Either way, it on the outside of this action that you take, it seems that you're a hardworking individual. Like within when you take either path, like, and what you're going through and what you're feeling, I think it's important to just keep taking steps through it and seeing things out. So lately with karma, I've been considering it as something that it's like getting into education and signing up for a degree. It's like a learning experience that you're committing to, that you're connecting to, that you're getting into. I don't know how else to say that, but and yeah, sorry to finish this card. This is like karma, dharma. This is like your hard work is going to be rewarded in the end. The people that are looking at you for guidance, looking at you for direction, they have built their trust with you because of what you've delivered in the past. It's like collective here is their word is their bond. It's like John Cardi Bank, mind the name or whatever it was from The Witcher. John Cardi. Oh, I do enjoy a good binge. Gosh, Netflix kept me entertained for a while. Woo! Okay, and then at the bottom, through the Ten of Wands, through the Seven of Wands, we have the Queen. Nope, not a Queen. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. That is Empress energy to me. This is really grounded. Nine of Pentacles. You're a self-sufficient person already here. In this reading, according to this reading, you're able to commit to what you commit to. You are very confident in what you do. You have earned this confidence by standing on your experience, standing on your gut feeling, and making sure that you're following your own source, not anybody else's. No external validations, just validating yourself. And then, yeah, maybe this is where you don't validate yourself and then you take the validation from other people and then you just become overwhelmed in potential. You don't sit long enough within your own energy to experience yourself. And so, because you're keeping up with the Joneses, I'm just sort of looking around, and I'm looking at my pepper, which I've got drying, and I'm looking at my eucalyptus and gum nuts, and my miraculous metal over there. Protective, purifying. I'm not phased, I'm not fussed. So putting down that externalization and deciding to do the work for yourself and process things for yourself, give yourself permission to adult, if you will. This is where that energy changes. So I don't know if you have any questions, but feel free to ask in chat. I'll take a look at it. I can pull the final 12 cards, or I can leave it at that, like for this reading. I can also do a quick tarot reading, quicker than this one, because this one is a little bit more in-depth. And I feel like I need to explain it today, because I'd like to have at least one video that I can draw from and edit, where it shows an explanation of the positions at least. Yeah. I want it's weird, coming out of not wanting anything for a long time, or not needing anything, just being a little bit self-sufficient, a little bit selfish in the only way I know how. Like, I don't know, I find it really hard to be selfish, like, and I think that's why I spent so much time just inside this caravan. Like, I just couldn't. But Christianity did a really weird thing with pride for me. I can't describe it anything like anything else other than a curse. Literally felt like a curse. I think that's why I left there and just ran in the opposite direction. Like, I as a homosexual man myself, it was never going to work. I mean, I know plenty of people who have become pastors and stuff. Like, I was enrolled in Bible college. I studied theology for nearly 12 months, before. No, it just was too difficult. I did what you're not supposed to do, I guess, like Dr. Google. I opened the Bible to exactly where I was feeling the most shame or guilt or embarrassment, and discovered what man had to say about it. Had to go on a full-on life journey to self-discovery, and yeah, since that, it's been a little bit more gentle. I've been going into the city every week for like the last 22 weeks. Every day on a Wednesday night. Yeah, that amount of activity was enough for me. I couldn't do more. Wouldn't do more. Is it time now? Is it good now? Is the energy cleared now? Where's my drum? Ah. My mum is a freaking legend for getting me this. I want one of those bigger ones, the space ones, the doom 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 doom, because this is fun, but my inner child enjoys this one. I think these are called rain drums. Jingle jangles! I don't know. I was into all sorts of music when I was growing up. Whew! I need a xylophone. I don't know. That is very entertaining for me. Woo! Let's see. Let me bring this here. All right. Hello. That's better. I can get rid of that one. Hello. How are you? I can see the screen. This makes it easy for me. Huh. Can I? Ooh, touch on? What does that mean? Am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too much? Am I too outspoken? What is the green screen? Oh, cool. Oh, let's go to Minecraft. That is terrible. I haven't played with the features on the phone before. Didn't even know there was a 49-second shot. What? What did I just do? Create highlight. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I didn't even... All right, this is cool. I don't have anybody to, like, chat about all the features and stuff with people. Anyway. Thank you to the viewer. Oh, lighting. As if you got lighting. Relight on. Ooh, grr. I do need to get a light, don't I? Apparently. No bloody way. That's terrible. Anyway, I've got to go use the bathroom, so I'm going to jump off. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.